Number 8. Your mind's secret craving for doom and gloom. Picture this. You're scrolling through your feed, and amid a sea of sunny updates, one snarky remark jumps out and sticks like glue, souring your mood for hours. Yet, a dozen kind words? They barely make a ripple. Sound familiar? That's your brain's sneaky obsession with negativity at play, a built-in radar that's always on high alert for trouble. Experts dub this the negativity bias, and it's like having an overdramatic sidekick in your skull, always hyping up the worst-case scenarios. This trait traces back to our ancient ancestors, when spotting danger was a survival must. Ignoring a compliment on your cave art? No big deal. But overlooking a lurking predator? That could spell the end. So, evolution wired us to prioritize the bad stuff. Brain imaging studies reveal the drama. Negative info sparks a fireworks show in our neural circuits, while positive vibes barely flicker. Even tiny tots aren't immune. Research shows infants as young as 1 fixate more on grumpy expressions than cheerful grins, like they're pre-programmed little worrywarts from day one. And guess who capitalizes on this mental glitch? The media machine. They craft headlines that scream catastrophe, turning your scroll into a non-stop thriller. It's not about keeping you informed, it's a calculated grab for your eyeballs, tapping into that primal fear factor. What once kept us safe from saber-tooths now leaves us stressed and down, like a faulty alarm system blaring over burnt popcorn. Ever wonder why a peaceful day feels forgettable, but one mishap lingers? Blame this bias, it's rewriting your reality one gloomy thought at a time. Number 7. When your primitive instincts grab the steering wheel. Envision cruising down the highway after a grueling shift, when out of nowhere, a reckless driver swerves into your lane. In a flash, you're pounding the horn, veins pulsing, and muttering things that could curdle milk. Your pulse skyrockets, and for a split second, you're plotting revenge. Then, poof, minutes later, you're calm, scratching your head over why you nearly turned into a road rage villain. This explosive takeover? Scientists label it an amygdala hijack, where your ancient lizard brain slams on the gas pedal. Think of your mind as a shared vehicle. The logical frontal lobe is the steady driver, mapping out plans and obeying signs. But lurking in the back seat is the amygdala, that nut-shaped nugget of instinct, unchanged since prehistoric times. It can't tell a fender bender from a feral beast attack. Everything's a potential apocalypse. In that heated moment, it pumps out adrenaline and cortisol, prepping you for battle or escape. Your thinking brain doesn't even get a vote. You're suddenly battle-ready for a bear, but really just fuming over a forgotten chore or a spilled coffee. Plus, this emotional vault hoards memories tied to feelings, so a stray melody in the mall can yank you back to a decade-old heartbreak, leaving you misty-eyed amid the mannequins while your rational side sighs, "Not here, not now." It's a quirky relic that once saved lives but now amps up everyday drama. Next time you overreact to something trivial, remember, it's just your inner caveman mistaking modern annoyances for mortal threats. A little awareness might help you reclaim the wheel before things spin out of control. Number 6. The overconfident bluff of beginners. Have you ever crossed paths with that friend who's dead sure they're a culinary wizard after binging a couple of quick online clips? They whip up a dish with the swagger of a pro, oblivious to the chaos. That's the Dunning-Kruger effect in full swing, a cognitive trap where incompetence breeds unwarranted cockiness. Essentially, when you're green at a skill, your brain lacks the tools to spot your own shortcomings, so it puffs you up with false bravado. It's like a self-deluding hype machine, convincing you you're aces when you're barely scratching the surface. The irony? True masters often wrestle with imposter vibes, second-guessing their expertise because they grasp the vastness of what they don't know. Visualize it as scaling a massive peak. From the base, it looks conquerable. No sweat. But as you climb higher, the enormity hits, revealing endless ridges ahead. Novices strut at the foothills, pros humbly survey the summit, aware of the infinite learning curve. This isn't harmless ego fluff, it can lead to real risks. Picture an overassured amateur tackling a home repair, armed only with a shaky tutorial, potentially sparking disaster. Or in bigger stakes like policymaking, where unfounded certainty steers the ship astray. And here's a cheeky twist. If you're reading this and smugly thinking, "Phew, not me," well, that might be the effect whispering sweet nothings in your ear. We all fall for it sometimes. Humility is the ultimate antidote. Number 5. The sneaky blind spot right under your nose. Suppose you're glued to a video of folks tossing a ball around, tasked with tallying the passes. Focused intently, You nail the count but miss the absurd sight of someone in a gorilla costume sauntering through the scene, beating their chest. Unbelievable? Yet, experiments show roughly half of viewers blank it out entirely. This phenomenon, known as inattentional blindness, highlights how our focus acts like a spotlight in a pitch-black theater. Whatever's illuminated shines bright, but the shadows swallow everything else. Our brains filter ruthlessly, deeming irrelevant details non-existent to conserve energy. Even pros aren't spared. In one study, seasoned radiologists scanning for lung issues overlooked a gorilla photoshopped into the images, despite their eyes landing right on it. If experts tuned to detect anomalies can space on something so blatant, imagine the everyday oversights like that cyclist you nearly sideswiped while fiddling with the radio. This selective vision plays out constantly, from missing keys in plain sight to ignoring red flags in relationships. It's your mind's way of streamlining chaos, but it begs the question: what crucial details are slipping by while you're laser-focused elsewhere? Next time certainty creeps in, pause. There could be a metaphorical ape moonwalking through your blind spot, demanding a double take. Number 4. How your recollections play favorites with the highlights. Think of your memory as a sloppy editor, cherry-picking the juiciest bits and glossing over the rest. It doesn't log events evenly. Instead, it fixates on the emotional peaks and the finale, scripting a biased narrative of your life. Dubbed the peak end rule, this shortcut means a vacation with epic highs, but a rainy wrap-up gets filed as meh, ignoring the sunny bliss in between. Or flip it, a grueling hike ending on a breathtaking vista. Suddenly, it's legendary, the blisters forgotten. This quirk influences even pain perception. Medical trials reveal patients rate procedures as milder if the discomfort eases toward the close, despite earlier intensity. It's as if your brain's rewriting history to suit its dramatic flair, downplaying the full story. Savvy spots exploit it too. High-end eateries cap meals with showstopper sweets, ensuring the taste lingers fondly. But beware the dark side in rocky romances. A fleeting high can eclipse ongoing lows, trapping you in a cycle. So, when nostalgia paints the past rosy, probe deeper. Is your mind airbrushing out the flaws, or was it truly golden? Awareness turns this editor into a more honest storyteller. Number 3. The mental bubble that echoes your own voice. Inside your head lurks a personal echo chamber, amplifying what aligns with your views while muffling dissent. It's like a solo fan club, cheering your beliefs and booing challengers. This confirmation bias acts as a mental bouncer, admitting only agreeable info and showing the door to contradictions. Encounter a fact that fits your worldview? Dopamine surges, like a neurological high five. But opposing views? Your brain bristles, dismissing them as noise. Worse, repetition breeds belief via the illusory truth effect. Even baseless claims gain traction if echoed enough. Social platforms supercharge this, curating feeds that mirror your clicks, cocooning you in a customized reality where differing opinions vanish. It's akin to leading your own mini-cult, where agreement feels euphoric and doubt threatening. Break free by seeking diverse perspectives. Your brain might resist at first, but it's the key to popping that bubble and embracing a fuller truth. Number 2. The chatterbox squatter in your thoughts. Envision a freeloading lodger in your cranium who never quiets down, dredging up cringeworthy flashbacks and spinning wild what-ifs at inconvenient hours. That's your default mode network, DMN, the brain's idle chatterbox that revs up when you're not actively engaged. Bored on a commute? Cue the rumination reel. That fumbling joke from last week's meeting replays on loop. Or at midnight, it whispers disasters. What if your pitch flops tomorrow? This mental meandering can spark genius shower epiphanies, often bubble up here but unchecked. It fuels worry spirals, like a storyteller stuck on thrillers. When overactive, the DMN links to anxiety and gloom, trapping you in introspection's web. Tame it with mindfulness or tasks that demand focus. It's like giving that noisy tenant productive chores. Remember, those 3 a.m. freakouts? Just your brain's idle mode doing overtime. A deep breath can hit mute. Number 1. The overhyped pride in your DIY disasters. Recall battling a flat-pack nightmare, instructions as cryptic as ancient runes, sweat dripping as you hammer away. Hours later, it's assembled wobbly, with mystery parts left over, but dang, it feels like a masterpiece. You wouldn't trade it for a pro-built version. This is the IKEA effect. Effort invested inflates perceived value, making your creations shine brighter in your eyes. Research pegs it at a 63% premium for self-made goods, flaws and all. It's your brain's pat-on-the-back mechanism, rewarding persistence like a doting coach praising a lopsided play. Extends beyond shelves, your uneven homemade pie tastes gourmet because you baked it, but caution. This bias chains us to sunk cost follies, like persisting with a dud hobby just because time's poured in. Recognize it to cut losses wisely. Not every creation deserves a pedestal. Whew, what a journey through the quirky corridors of our brains. If these insights sparked some aha moments or chuckles, why not drop a like and share your own brain glitch stories in the comments? Let's keep the conversation going. Who knows what other mental mysteries we'll uncover next?